Welcome to I Am My Safe Place, Talks with the Tea Lady, Travashaniqua Leontinette Moran, aka Nikki's Teas. Good morning. So, a little bit about me. I am Travashaniqua Leontinette Moran, originally from a little place called New Orleans, then originally from a little place called Banning. I now reside in Redlands, and I am a tea lady. I've been focusing on tea for several years and become a specialist in many diseases of the body and how to treat them through Ayurvedic medicine. I also am a peer support specialist, and having worked with various age groups in mental health disorders, I've learned that there are certain coping mechanisms that are beneficial for the treatment and maintenance of said mental health disorders. So, with that being said, I'd like to talk about how to best address one particular thing, which is how we show up for ourselves. I personally, not sure about you, but I personally have been rediscovering the necessity of showing up for myself. This particular podcast, you may have been introduced to before, was called Just Sip Your Tea. And that is the line of my tea line. My tea blends are called Just Sip Your Tea. And if you ever wanted to purchase tea, I have the link in the bio on Instagram at justsipyourtea.company.site. But one particular herb that I'd like to discuss is called Tulsi, Tulsi, or also known as holy basil. It kind of flows within the sage family, and it's kind of like the holy grail or the mother herb for neurotropic medicine. What it does is, in addition to helping lower cortisol levels, it allows you to build up a resistance to stress in your body. And the more regularly you take it, the more beneficial it becomes. So herbs like holy basil and ashwagandha and reishi mushroom are what you call adaptogens. Adaptogens are herbs that allow you to, herbs and food substances, also maca, but we'll talk about maca in a second. Adaptogenic herbs are herbs that allow you to operate in whatever capacity is needed for your body's wellness at that time. For instance, you have high blood pressure and you have a headache. Well, when you take an adaptogenic herb, it's not only going to treat or help facilitate the healthy flow of your blood level or level out your blood pressure, it's going to also help manage your circulatory system and whatever may be causing the stress that's causing your headache, and treat that. So if you haven't already been using adaptogenic herbs, not just in your body, but even on your body, they're very, very beneficial. And back to maca root. Maca root is kind of in the cruciferous family. It kind of comes from the same area that cabbages and cauliflower come from. It doesn't have like a pungent taste or anything like that, though. It usually comes in a powder form if you buy it like online from anywhere, whoever you choose to support. And the benefit of maca root is it gives you lots of energy, kind of like cordyceps mushroom does for men. And I say for men because it is very good for like high intensity workouts and things of that nature. But of course, women do use cordyceps as well. Sometimes I do, especially if I'm going to have a day that requires a lot of what I would consider male energy. Because sometimes in your feminine energy, you can just be more sustained, and it's more of like a green tea sustenance versus a coffee sustenance, like I'm going to need it right here, right now, versus I'm going to need a nice, cool, lifted elevation all day. So that's the difference between cordyceps and like maca. So maca is known to cause an increase in estrogen. So if you're sensitive to estrogen or have any previous diagnosis or family related issues with estrogen in your family, i.e., breast cancer, ovarian cancer, anything like that, or are pregnant, I would definitely suggest you do not use maca root. But if none of those issues apply to you, and you're struggling with your energy levels, I would definitely suggest that you use it. And I guess that's all for today. I didn't want to overwhelm you with too much information, but I did want to give you some encouragement. So in addition to Tulsi, there's maca root and another herb you're very familiar with, I'm sure, rosemary. Using rosemary by itself can give you so much inner get it done, this get it done energy that you can definitely utilize when you're feeling down or feeling kind of overwhelmed. Rosemary inside of some Tulsi with some maca root, baby. Yeah, let it happen. So I hope that's been encouraging. Try this recipe. Let me know how it works for you. And leave a message in the comments on Instagram at Nikki's Teas. Okay, thanks, peace, and just sip your tea.